everybody. Welcome, Raw Rebel Talk. I'm a little late because I did my live on Instagram, which I guess since I'm back home, I'm probably not going to do that anymore because I have YouTube, I have Wi Fi here, I can do it here. So I'm not going to do live on Instagram anymore. And I accidentally flashed everybody. So if you weren't watching, you probably didn't see it, but I accidentally flashed everybody on on Instagram, which was my bad. Oh well. Oh well. My topic today is going to be actually what I was just talking to my family about. I have family in town that are visiting, um, and we were talking about kids and how most parents they don't do most parents will try to tell people without kids like wait till you have one first, like because apparently kids people without parents people without kids don't know what it's like to have kids, which I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't know, but I have taken care of kids before, so I know kind of like where they're coming from in a way, in a small way. Um, but it's oops, get out of here. So whatever. So my rebuttal on it usually is that I think that parents usually always say that line just because they make themselves feel uh like I don't know, like not better, but like they just make themselves feel like they're different in a way, when technically we're not really different. You just decided to take on responsibility that was bigger than yourself, which sometimes that can happen with little things, like for instance, if you have a problematic dog or a bird or something along the lines where you have to have great responsibility to take care of it, it's going to feel like your child. But then again, it's not a child, and I wouldn't know because I don't have kids, but I've taken care of kids before in the past, so I know how difficult and how much uh, things actually influence them. So, and plus, I was a kid. Everybody was a kid, so you actually know from a kid standpoint exactly how much you get into trouble and how much stuff you do and da 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 da. But whatever. So I'm about to break it down for you. Anyways, hold on. Let me close the door. So I have a theory that I came up with here, or not here, but I came up with like a little while ago. That was, imagine we are inside the head of your child. So imagine you are inside the head of your child. Like this world, everything that's going on with this world right now is what our child thinks and feels and hears and blah, blah, blah. So if that was the case, how would you do that? How would you take control of this world to set an example for your child? So that way your child doesn't grow up to be an evil human being, because nobody wants an evil child, right? Who wants an evil child? Nobody. Nobody wants to be that parent that created the child that fucking shot up Las Vegas, right? Nobody wants that child. Nobody wants to claim that child. That child had some serious issues. Where was his parents? Anyways, so it's just, it gives you kind of like a theory on not a theory, but it gives you kind of like a idea of how much uh raising a child could be, how much responsibility it can be. Just imagine that your child is here already on earth and you're inside the head of the child, and that you're controlling what you're seeing, what you're doing is get setting an example for your child. Because if you do have kids, if you do have kids, that's what you should be doing anyways. You should be setting an example for your child. You should be um like trying to set an example for your child. You should be trying to do things that is going to greatly influence your child in a direction where they're going to take over where you left off and actually give them the opportunity to leave up or have a better earth afterwards. We want to make and create a better earth. We don't want to do anything that's going to that's going to destroy the earth. So anything that you do should be setting a great example so that way your child knows that earth should be taken care of, right? Or is that just me? I guess that's just me. So that's why I try to do everything in tails. Everything that I try to do is to try to create a better planet, or at least I try to. I can't always do it. Obviously, you have your own thoughts and your own feelings, but most of the time I try to do something that's better. So, I come on here and I talk to you guys and I set up great ideas. And hey, maybe that might be even a good movie. You never know. I could write a good movie right now based off of that. Of somebody's living inside the head of their child and they're trying to create the earth that their child sees inside of their head and trying to create a better imagery, trying to, just set a good example. Be the example that you be the superhero you want your child to look up to. Be that, because come on now. Come on now. Other than that, like let me hear some feedback about that. Like what I want to know, like, if you what do you think? Like, how do you think about that? Well, anyways, I mean, that's all I really much had today. I've been still trying to work on trying to get this book finished. I'm on chapter 4. I don't even remember what chapter I was on last time with you guys, but I'm on chapter 4 right now with my book, getting it revised. A lot of things. I know it seems like I'm taking forever, but there was a lot of things that happened in between that I couldn't really get to it or focus on it. Now that I'm home and now that I'm not doing anything, I'm not working, because of this illness I'm dealing with, I have a lot more time to focus on it. So I'm going to be getting it done. I should be getting it done soon. It's definitely on my priorities, on my number one priority right now, or at least number two. My first priority is me and trying to get this situated and fixed out. And it looks like I'm tired, but I'm not really tired. It looks like I am, but I'm not. I'm not tired, I promise. Um, I got my buns. Well, yeah. So anyway, anyways, just working on that, and then also trying to keep up with you guys, trying to get good topics with you guys. You guys know you can always send me some topics if you want. If you don't want to send me topics on here, go ahead and contact me through Instagram. And my Instagram is raw underscore rebel underscore talk underscore YouTube, and that's on Instagram. And you can just contact me on there if you want. You can also view the pictures from my photo shoots, my previous photo shoots, and then also my car accident. And I'm going to try to get some more photos on there too, for like just nonsense photos, just for everyday photos. I'm going to just start posting more stuff, so we can learn more about, this life that I'm dealing with. Probably going to post some pictures of my medication so you guys see what kind of medication I'm taking, because it's actually really good. It's I can do that. I'm pretty sure I can do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I don't mind sharing that with you guys. Um, Other than that, uh, we got, what's it called? I was doing the Instagram. I'll still do Instagram live, but I'll do it more so for like random stuff. If I have like random things I want to talk about, I'll keep the show Raw Verbal Talks here for more of our, our weekly shows. This week, like I said, just imagine we are inside the head of your child, and that you're trying to control this life to set an example for your future children. So if you had, or let's say, for instance, let's say your child is you, but when you die, you become your child self again, like your child self again. So your child self sees the world like you seen it, or as you portrayed it when you were older. You know what I'm trying to say? Which actually sounds pretty fucking cool, which is another cool ass fucking idea for a movie. Um, and somebody, if you want that idea, you go ahead and steal that one from me. I don't care. I'm giving that one away for free. All the other ones you can't have, but this one you can have. I would like to see a movie like that. But yeah, so let's say for instance you know, and this is for, fuck it. This is for the parents that always use that line, "Oh, yeah, you wouldn't know what you don't know until you have a child." Well, what if I don't have a child, but what if I uh imagine that that I am inside my child's head? What I want my child to see now becomes more so of not how you it becomes less more of how you raise your child, and more so how what your child sees as to what they're learning about life. Because I think a lot of parents don't think that their child doesn't learn things through a lot of seeing. Like your child learns more through seeing what you're doing, or following things, or watching things, learning like through vision, like their own vision, than they do from what you teach your child. Your child is going to learn stuff more through what they've visualized. So you can tell your child don't smoke, but you could be smoking a cigarette the whole entire time. Don't smoke a cigarette, don't smoke a cigarette. But your child's only going to learn to smoke because you're smoking, you know? So I feel like that's a and better better way of looking at it, like for parents that keep saying their favorite parent line, which is you don't know until you have a child. Well, if I had a child, I would do things to make sure that my child grows up doing what I want them to do, instead of visualize, because it all comes down to visualization. To what your child sees is what they're learning. So I want my child to be around people or things that, or watch things that educate my child towards what I want my child to be, which is going to be something like very ambitious and very animal animal. Well, they gotta love animals, but I want them to be ambitious and also very uh, humanitarian. Yeah, I want my child to be very humanitarian. But then again, it's whatever my child wants to grow up to be. But I don't want my child to have an image that is going to be negatively effective towards the rest of the United States or the rest of the world. I want my child to have a very humanitarian kind of aspect, because that's what I have. I'm very humanitarian. I want the world to be a better place, because if it's a better place, it's better for all of us. If it's better, if I leave the earth and I leave it better than how I found it, then ultimately we're winning. We're winning that way. If we could change the world while I'm still here, and change it in a way where it's better than what it was when I got here, then we're winning in a way. Let's make it a better place, you know? But that's just me. You know, I love you guys. You know, spread love, live free, or die trying. So what is it? Spread love, think for yourself, live free. Love you guys. Talk to you guys later. All right. Spread love. Live free.